Hey, welcome back. Wait, do I know where to go? I'm complicit. Watching him crap in a power rank in it. I don't actually know where to go. Oh, did I get a key? Did I get the key? Ah, shoot, I didn't. I thought one of them would have a key or something. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll start. Hey, welcome back. I was going to talk about the Dow today. I don't know how interesting that's going to be, so I'll probably talk about the mere Christianity stuff more. I'm almost done with the book. It's pretty interesting. It's good. It's good to read. I'm glad I'm reading it. But the Dow. What's up with the Dow? It's interesting that stock market's still doing pretty decent. Because I had talked about a while ago that I thought if Biden got elected, it would drop, and that I would short the QQQ stock. I didn't do that. Probably a smart thing. Because it keeps going up. It's gonna drop eventually, and I have a feeling maybe I'll make a prediction here. Sometime in 2022 or 2023, there'll be some kind of a drop, and it might even be in a recession, because we haven't felt the impact of this pandemic, and a lot of people lost their jobs, and maybe we'll be able to come out the other side of it, like rebuilding. It would be nice if we kind of rebuilt our green economy and like built green jobs, and we used this as an excuse to do that. I don't know if that's possible. I'm kind of talking out of my you-know-what there, but do the Geno boost. 2022. I'll say late 2022. I'm thinking after we do all the vaccines and the economy's back to normal, we're going to realize, wait, the economy's not back to normal. And maybe we've just been kind of inflating the economy with this monetary policy, kind of keeping companies afloat with bank loans and stuff that maybe won't survive after the pandemic is over and we're back to normal, because people are still going to be out of jobs, like a lot of people, and we're going to be like, oh wait. And then that might trigger a little bit of a recession, and then once you trigger a recession, it's like poof. But I'm glad, I shouldn't say this, but you'd think Biden would be able to know how to handle a recession because he's already been through one. How do you get the key? But yeah, the Dow's actually doing good. Even after, well, the interesting thing is even after the two Georgia runoffs. So Democrats control all branches of government, except for Supreme Court, obviously. But they could even change that. I don't know if they're going to do that now, but who knows. The filibuster thing's a really big deal, because I was reading about today, DC statehood is a thing. That's going to be one of the main issues, I think, in the first year. Biden's first year are we going to make DC a state? It's going to be a thing. And it takes 60 votes, because you can filibuster, but Democrats are in control of the Senate, so they can decide the Senate rules with a majority. They can get rid of the filibuster if they wanted. And then it would just take a majority, which they have. So who knows what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. I don't think Biden's going to want to get rid of the filibuster, but Obama did. But he didn't when he was president, and he could have. Because Democrats had a majority in 2008, so he could have if he wanted to. Geno Blast. But yeah, right now the Dow's doing good because Democrats are in favor of stimulus, and that's good for companies. Oh, that's not good. Pick me up. Uh-oh. Is he dead? He's dead. Oh, we survived. Do another one. I don't care. Uh-oh. I feel like I just saved. I'm risking it. Yep. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Whatever. Oh, what? Oh, did I forget to equip the things? Whoops. I always do that. I was probably talking about some stupid Senate thing or whatever, and I got distracted. Blah. Oh, I did want to talk about the mere Christianity. What was I talking about? The Dow? Yeah, the Dow went up because of the Democrats are going to do the stimulus, and that's good for the economy. It's gonna drop eventually, but I don't know when. Last year I was saying, oh, it's gonna drop when Biden gets elected, but nope. So I'm guessing sometime after this whole pandemic gets sorted out, and we get all the vaccines and everybody's fine, and then we realize, wait, the economy's still not doing as good as it should be doing, because everything's supposed to be back to normal now, and all these people are still out of work. Recession. Stocks drop. Companies. Oh, what happened there? That's new. Nah. Okay, I liked this from the Mere Christianity book. C.S. Lewis is saying that the greatest sin, according to Christianity, is pride. I never really thought about this, but I think it's true. Because the opposite of pride is humility, and that's the greatest attribute for a Christian. And pride is antithetical to God or whatever. Wait a second, where am I? I might have to look at the walkthrough. I'm gonna go talk to those guys again and see if one of them has a key. I felt like I talked to all of them. In this room, there's a bunch of people. Didn't I talk to this guy? Okay. That's the key. At least I'm growing levels. I feel like I'm gonna have to be stronger. Let's run. Don't fight anybody. Go. Just go. There we go. Oh. This is the boss. I feel like a nice little gift of social anxiety is that I don't have too much of a problem with pride, but I have pride. Pride leads to all other sins. Greed is having pride about having more money than other people. Pride is enmity to God. No one can be better than God. I do have pride. Pride is enmity to God. I like that. If you have pride, it means you feel like you're better. And if you view yourself as a Christian in the context of God, like, well, nobody's better than God. So you think, well, that's kind of how it's... You can't be a prideful and be Christian. That kind of... I mean, obviously you can be anything and be Christian because you sin and it's all... But God isn't prideful. I should do the Geno boost thing probably before I crack this egg. I do have pride of being better than others. I do. I was saying, well, it's kind of nice that I have pride. Well, he was saying a good test. He said a good test of pride. Shoot, it was a nice test, and I was like, oh, I passed that test. I don't know. I forget the test. He gave a test, and he's like, if you fail this test, then you have pride. And I was like, oh, I don't feel that way. I don't feel better than others in most ways. But I do feel... This is where that prig thing... Oh, it's Birdo. I can be a prig. I can feel morally better than other people. Like, when I hear people talk, I'm like, oh, that was stupid. I'm better than you because I mean, I don't say anything, but at least I don't say that. That's pride. That's feeling better. Feeling better than someone, and that's wrong. And it's bad. And C.S. Lewis says it's the worst thing, so ooh. And then I liked how he talked about it. He's like, well, feeling good about yourself is okay. And if someone praises you, it's good to be like, oh, that's good. I made them happy. I did a good thing. That's fine. That's not a sin. That's not pride. But it becomes pride when you have this thought, which I've had before. Everybody's had this thought. You think, oh, what a fine person I must have been to have done such a nice thing. That's pride, and that's bad. It's funny. Inherently, you know that. But I think it all the time. Whenever I do something good, I'm like, I must be a great person. It's like, no, that's a bad thought. You're so amazing because you did something nice. No. That's when it's good to be a Christian and be like, well, God, just give God the credit. And it's like, well, I'll just do the nice thing, and I'll be like, God, help me do this nice thing. Even if you don't believe it, just say it. Because it's like, well, if I didn't do it, then who else gets the credit for it? If you're not a Christian, like, I did the thing, who else am I going to give the credit to? Well, you can say, oh, God. I'm running out of mushrooms. Does it say how much health Birdo has? I'm curious. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious. Nope. Once it breaks, Birdo will come out. He attacks you. By shooting eggs at you, which can do considerable damage. If you try to block them, they may repel. We have egg bursts, which you can attack. Yeah. Continue attacking and he will quickly die. Well, that's good. Bear with me. Are you aware that we're creating history? Oh, it's 7:33. I'm over for the day. Let's see if I could just beat this guy. Birdo's a guy. Just likes to wear bows, which is cool. But what am I going to talk about? I could do it for another couple minutes, but I talked about pride. Tomorrow I'll talk about charity, maybe. A little bit. I've been watching Miyazaki movies. The Studio Ghibli movies. Because they're on HBO Max, and I got HBO Max to watch The West Wing because it left Netflix this week. And they're interesting. Actually, I had a bunch of notes about that. Those movies are interesting. They're very different. Well, I only saw My Neighbor Totoro and Howl's Moving Castle, but I want to watch all of them. Actually, I've already seen Grave of the Fireflies, but that's not a Miyazaki. That's a Ghibli movie, but not a Miyazaki movie, I think. I saw that like 10 years ago, and I remember really liking it. I still remember kind of what the story is about. It's like these kids in Japan, maybe during World War II, when the nuclear bombs went off, and like they lost their home or something. And like they're starving, and I remember like they're looking for food, and it's like he has like a little sister who's dying or something, and it's like really sad, but it's good. It's like it's more sad than any Pixar thing ever. Like, oh, it's so sad because the wife dies. It's like, nope, watch Grave of the Fireflies. That's sadness. Am I gatekeeping sadness? You're not allowed to be sad if you watch Up. You're lame. Because that's not really sad. Grave of the Fireflies is really sad. Well, he said this guy was going to die quickly, and it's not happening. Do the thing. I should Geno boost myself. I gotta stop here. I'm going too long. Let's do one more round and see what happens. One more attack from Mario and Geno, and we'll see if I can kill him. I think that's Birdo's preferred pronoun. Him. You're just too cute. I knew it. I knew it was at the end. Okay, cool. And see you tomorrow. Bye.